Hello creation, I hope you're well. I've just written this, it's another paragraph. It's called A Soul That God Anoints. Looks like we've got a bit of a paragraphical day going off today, don't it? If there is such a word. Let's be honest with ourselves. Take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you looked after you and put aside the self-neglect? Too busy wrapped up in the physical and too logical to let physical slide. When the calling comes from creation, there's nowhere for the soul to hide. Are there moments that you choose to ignore because fear stands in the way? Each decision to ignore the calling causes a growth of soul delay. A lifetime can be wasted when we ask but don't believe. With feeling and a trust in God Creator, 'tis true, we shall receive. Yet, that of which we ask for may not arrive as one expected, and deliverance of that which was asked should not be rejected. As whatever has been given was done so to help you learn, even if to teach you a harsh lesson as like to touch the fire that burns. If life lessons had been set too easy, then what really would be the point? For a soul that tests its limits shall be a soul that God anoints. Now then, there you go. A soul that God anoints. There's quite a number who do not. It's that stigma, isn't it, around God and the Bible and what have you. God is it not shortened from the word good? Anyway, so it's a can of worms, isn't it? It's been debated and debated and debated. What else? There's been lots of debates going on about whether it is and whether it isn't, and what's true and what's not true, and but 'tis up to the individual expression of consciousness as to what they resonate with and what they believe and what role it is that they're playing, and so on and so forth. So it's whatever resonates is meant to, and whatever isn't, you leave it alone. And that's the thing, isn't it? When if something doesn't feel good and we go ahead and do it anyway, or whatever, or we let it happen anyway, or we participate in any way, shape or form, and we know that it's not, because it's not giving us a good feeling, then we're asking for the consequences, aren't we, of our actions? If we're knowing that, if there's a failure, mustn't ignore the energies. Mustn't ignore the energies. Must learn to read energy. I was going to work one time, and it was like I was driving into a such horrible dense energy. I was driving into it. I was going to work one morning, and I ignored it. And I ended up in hospital. It was a 3-car shunt. I got rammed at the side and shunted off the road from the back and into the trees. My energy was not a good energy on that day, on that morning. And I ignored the universe telling me. I ignored Creator telling me. And I ignored it. And I ended up in hospital with it. Yeah, I got shunted off the road. It was a double whammy, that. And it hurt. That did hurt. Yeah, it did half. So we must learn to read energies. We must do, because we have, there are signs. I've mentioned this before in videos, I know I have. But you know, if we just blindly blunder our way through life and not learn, you know, when things are feeling bad, to either get the hell out of Dodge or to make a change within ourselves, you know, to avoid. I mean, that's a great saying in that. Avoid all negative people, places and situations at all cost. Why would you not? Why would you purposefully walk into the lion's den? Seriously, why would you seriously go and walk through that nest of vipers? Why would you put yourself there? You're asking for trouble. Action, reaction, consequence. Think about your actions. Think about the consequences. Pause. Take a breath. But if there's any energy that seriously tests your resolve in any way, because it's a low vibrational frequency, if you're getting screamed at from your intuition, from your guide, your higher self, whatever, not to venture any further forward, or to, you know, you must listen to this energy, then listen to the energy. Pay heed, because I'll tell you what, if not, you stand to be subject to a harsh lesson. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's a possibility of high probability. It's enough. So we need to learn about energies. We need to learn to read energies, you know. And it's like anything. What's that? I can't remember the saying actually. But you know, it's like the quiet one at school, who you know, all the bullies pick on and see them as weak, until one day they turn around and loosen the teeth for them. You know, and I know it's tests and it's tests and it's tests and it's tests, and I've been that. I've been on that side. I've been on, unfortunately, all them years ago, I've been on either side of that, you know. But that's not the way. And my son went through that, and I said, I'm torn down the middle. I said, there's half of me, the old part of me is saying, go on, just let them have it, and there's the other part that's saying, but that's not the way. It's not the way, you know. And it isn't. It isn't. But unfortunately, you know, unfortunately, some have to take action, don't they, for things to stop. And I'm still torn down the middle with it. I say I'm torn down the middle with it. I'm not torn down the middle with it, because it's love. It's love that's the way. But there's only the individual at that moment in time that are going on their particular journey, soul journey, on their path. They are going to do what they are going to do, regardless of what anybody else advises or advises against. So, and then they have to deal with the consequences. Simple as that. Action, reaction, consequence. And if we don't think first, those consequences can work out to be quite harsh. They can. Anyway, I'm just chit-chatting, aren't I? So, a soul that God anoints. In life, we will all be tested. You will all be tested in life, without a shadow of a doubt. It's how we react, and it's how we grow and learn from those tests. If you're in the dark, wherever you are in the world, you'll be the light. You'll be the love. You'll light it all up around you, and you will make a difference for the better in this world. That's it for today. Possibly. Take care.